Good evening. It's Monday, November 7th, 2022. Welcome back to BoomerRexTonight, your nearly daily source for news and politics. I'm RisenLadyHeathen. Hey, asshole, what's up, Praise Our show from other Millennial news podcasts?
That we're going to be getting pneumonia tomorrow night watching the lunar eclipse.
Is it going to be that cold?
I don't know.
No, just making shit up.
It's going to be 3 a.m. Eastern Time and 12 a.m. Pacific.
Gross. We don't have a boomer tonight, and we don't just not have any boomer tonight. We don't have Mr. Boomer Rex himself. That was
good.
I thought that was well done. Okay. You by yourself eat, sleep, breathe politics, and I'm still learning. That's two unique perspectives we share, along with the facts from our literal round table. And of course, I lost my page because
literal rectangular table.
No, because we still got the round one here.
Touche, madam. Touche. Put the knives down.
All right. So as you've noticed, maybe we don't have a boomer tonight. So here's your one and only heads up. We might take a night or two off this week, depending on how Boomer is feeling. But I wanted to let y'all know, because usually we just don't do the show. But I figure this way, if we do disappear, you guys will know we are handling some shit. Now, the important thing is, it is the night before the midterms. For most, if not all of America. I actually haven't looked up, the details of that, because all I care about is my own personal voting, so you're kind of on your own for that. Anyway, if you haven't voted already, I hope you have a plan ready. Be sure to bring plenty of water, maybe some snacks, like granola bars, stuff you don't have to worry about melting in your pocket or whatever. And if you're sitting there being like, oh, but the line's risen, and pouting, just know if you don't go vote tomorrow, it's only going to get worse. If Republicans get into power, those long lines were put there by Republicans on purpose to make it harder for you to vote. So get out there and show them we will not let them steal this country. While we watch quietly. We will fight to save our democracy. So get out there and fucking vote. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care, who you vote for, as long as you vote blue. Because if you vote for the Republicans, as we say time and time again on the show, they keep telling us who they are. They keep showing us who they are. And I was talking to a friend the other night, and he said something to me about, where's the nugget of truth in this, bullshit thing? Remember we reported on the litter boxes once again. He was asking where the nugget of truth in the litter boxes in the back. There's no nuggets of truth, people, in anything that the Republicans are saying right now. So just keep that in mind. And I get sometimes you don't have time to do your own research, but if you want, I can do it for you. If there's a specific thing that you want details on, please comment, like, subscribe, go to our Patreon on Facebook, BoomerRexTonight, no spaces, click our link to our Patreon and request for me to do a deep dive. I am more than happy to do the research and tell you where I found it and, all that other stuff. I'm very good about that, so please. But you can't believe everything you hear. And, you can't just assume that because somebody said something that there's a nugget of truth in there somewhere. That's some serious bullshit. And it's just stupid. It's I can't even...
Well, that's conflating myths with...
Yeah.
Right. Urban legend.
Right. Politics are not myths and urban legend. Politics are politics, and we can go through the history of the politics, where it started, why it started, and how these particular trends come up and where they spread to.
No, but that's what we always hear growing up from the dumbest people. We just don't know they're the dumbest people yet.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's my little rant for this evening. Fucking get out there and vote, okay? You got to do this for yourself, for your future, for your kids, for your family, for the people who you know maybe aren't going to make the right decisions. You need to counterbalance those people. This is your chance. Take friends with you to vote. It's funner that way.
Right.
If you can get a group together and you can all vote together, that's cool too. I know that we're gonna talk tonight about Pennsylvania, but first I thought we could all use a good laugh. All right, everybody ready for this? Let's see. NBCnews.com has an article called Ted Cruz hit with beer during Astros World Series parade in Houston. Man arrested. Senator was not injured. But you know what? Like, that shit's funny to me. There's a video and everything. So again, just search, Ted Cruz beer can. But yeah, some guy had a good throw right to his head. Mr. Cruz was able to, kind of keep himself from getting hit in the head, but I think he got hit in the chest with it. But he wasn't injured, so this is fine. And anyway, he's a fucking idiot. So don't throw beers at Ted Cruz as much as we hate him. Just, politely tell him to go fuck himself, and that'll make him sad. He'll probably cry about it. But anyway, he says, as always, and by he, I mean Ted Cruz, he says, as always, I'm thankful for the Houston Police and Capitol Police for their quick action. The senator said, I'm also thankful that the clown who threw his White Claw had a noodle for an arm. No, he did not, sir. You were just lucky enough that you were able to block it. I saw that throw. It was a solid throw. If that had hit you in the face, you'd probably have a broken nose. So, way to talk big, little tiny
I assumed it was
Ted
an empty
Cruz, but maybe. I assumed it was a closed can to be able to get a good throw like that. I don't think an open can would go that far. There's not enough weight in it. But I don't know. It's just one person's opinion, so we'll see. Anyway, so that was my laugh for the day. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And then, Ashley, you had something you want to talk about?
Yeah, the lunar eclipse.
Yes.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be the last lunar eclipse between now and 2005.
Total. The last total lunar eclipse until
that's
2005.
The only ones that matter. The rest are shitty garbage.
But we had several this year.
Yeah. If anyone tells you they're important, spit at them.
We did have a couple full lunar eclipses this year, which is pretty rare. Because usually you go several years between lunar eclipses. So this was an exciting year, 2002, when it comes to all of that. Also, we saw some cool meteors.
Yep.
Last week, so that was pretty fun. But yeah, all right. So let's move on to
somewhere between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. depending on your time zone. Check your local things
for the lunar eclipse, which is tomorrow night.
Yep.
Tomorrow night.
So after you go voting, come out, look at the moon.
So tomorrow night would be Tuesday night, which would be Tuesday, November 8th. Correct. So there's no confusion on that. I have another article, which is pretty fucking well, it's not hysterical. This is bad. But anyway. This is by NBCPhiladelphia.com. It's Pennsylvanians scurry to fix mail-in ballots after ruling. Ahead of Tuesday's midterms, more than 1 million mail-in ballots and absentee ballots have already been returned in Pennsylvania, with Democrats far more likely than Republicans to vote by mail. This was written by Mark Skolfro, published 5 hours ago, updated 30 minutes ago. Some of Pennsylvania's largest counties scrambled Monday to help voters fix mail-in ballots. They have fatal flaws such as incorrect dates, missing signatures on the envelopes used to send them in, bringing about confusion and legal challenges in the battleground state on the eve of the election. Election officials in Philadelphia and Allegheny County, which includes Pittsburgh, announced measures they were taking in response to state Supreme Court rulings in recent days that said mail-in ballots may not be counted if they lack accurate handwritten dates on the exterior envelopes. Ahead of Tuesday's midterms, more than 1 million mail-in absentee ballots have already been returned in Pennsylvania, with the numbers are large enough that they might matter in a close race, such as the contest between Democrat John Fetterman and Republican Mehmet Oz, that could determine majority control of the U.S. Senate. The department said it was unclear just how many ballots are at issue across the state. The agency over the weekend asked counties to provide the numbers broken down by political party. Officials said some counties were not letting voters fix their mistakes, which is not cool. Lines formed in the City Hall in downtown Philadelphia on Monday and over the weekend, with voters waiting to correct their ballots. Some people on social media said the office did not get to everybody on Monday. The Pennsylvania litigation was filed by Republican groups and is among legal efforts by both political parties in multiple states to have courts sort out disputes over voting rules and procedures ahead of the midterm election. A new federal lawsuit over the envelope dates was filed Monday in Pittsburgh federal court by the National Congressional and Senatorial Democratic campaign organizations, two Democratic voters, and Fetterman's U.S. Senate campaign. They sued county boards of election across the state, arguing that throwing out ballots that lack proper envelopes dates would violate a provision of the 1964 U.S. Civil Rights Act that says people can't be kept from voting based on what the lawsuit calls needless technical requirements. And I agree with that. As long as the ballot was received before the day it needs to be received by, and they all have stamps on them, so you know the day the post office got them, then this vote should be counted even if there is a wrong, date on it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, for me it's simple. It's voter intent, and quite obviously they sent you a ballot.
Yeah.
But part of that's also I'm kind of iffy on what day it is, so, who can say?
A separate federal lawsuit filed Friday makes a similar argument. In Wisconsin, a Republican chair of the Senate Assembly's Election Committee, along with a veterans group and other voters, filed a lawsuit Friday seeking a court order requiring the sequestering of military absentee ballots in the battleground state. The lawsuit seeks a temporary injunction requiring election officials in Wisconsin to set aside military ballots so their authenticity can be verified. A judge on Monday refused that order, so that's good. Also on Monday, in Arizona, a judge blocked Cochise County's plan to conduct a Republican effort to count all ballots by hand. Fuck that. The lawsuit aimed to stop the county board of supervisors from expanding what is normally a small hand tally used to verify machines' accuracy to include all early ballots and all election day ballots as well. A challenge against voting by absentee ballot in Detroit was thrown out on Monday after a judge ruled that a Republican candidate for Secretary of State failed dramatically to produce any evidence of violations in the majority black city. Pennsylvania's acting Secretary of State, Lee Chapman, on Monday urged mail-in voters who think they may have made technical errors to contact their county elections offices. If the county won't let them fix the problem, they should go to their local polling place on Tuesday, so tomorrow, November 8th, and request a provisional ballot, she said. In Allentown, Lake County officials reached out to all the voters they could locate whose ballots have problems. Election Director Tim Bino said Monday. He said there are a few hundred ballots at issue. People have been very interested in curing their ballots, Bino said. We've been busy. Allegheny County elections officials posted online the names and birth years of voters who have sent in ballots in envelopes that either lack any date or are dated outside the permissible range of September 19th through November 8th for mail-in ballots and August 30th through November 8th for absentee ballots. Those voters can fix their ballots in person at the elections office Monday or Tuesday, or vote provisionally at the regular polling places. So you can fix these mistakes even if they won't let you. You can go you can go vote provisionally. So keep that in mind. Allegheny reported that as of Sunday, more than 600 incorrectly and nearly 400 undated ballots had arrived to be counted. Philadelphia said it has received about 2,000 undated ballots and several hundred more that appear to have been incorrectly dated. Philadelphia Deputy Commissioner Nick Custodio said the court decision last week and the tide of ballots rolling in ahead of Election Day has made it difficult to issue direct notifications. So far, we've only been able to put out a list on our website, but we are exploring whatever other options are available given the short time period, Custodio said. Dozens of voters seeking to fix their ballots showed up at City Hall over the weekend, and Custodio said more visited city offices Monday. Volunteers from several groups are contacting those voters to see if they need help getting to the elections office. A judge in Monroe County, a swing region in eastern Pennsylvania's Pocono Mountains, on Monday denied a Republican request to stop efforts by county election officers to notify voters about defective absentee and mail-in ballots to give them a chance to fix it. This is what Republicans are doing right now. Did you hear what I just said? There's Republicans in Pennsylvania that are trying to stop Democrats and officials from reaching out to people who were incorrectly filled out their ballots due to lack of knowledge or due to confusion with the rules of voting, because they aren't explained well or they're over lawfully, like, I remember when I first voted in when I was in Florida, and it was confusing, and I read it through several times, and I still had to reopen my ballot and fix something after because I realized, oh shit, I forgot to do this thing. But the cool thing that Florida does, which I don't understand why every fucking state doesn't do this, the cool thing that Florida does is that they and maybe that's true, and I hope it's not, but the cool thing that Florida does is you can go online after you cast your ballot and you have like number and stuff, and you use that and you can look up to see if they accepted your ballot or not, or if there was a problem with it. And if there's a problem with it, before the due date, you can request another and fix it and put it in. Yep. And I thought that was really cool. And as long as Florida like sticks with that, like, I think they're great. Good. But in any case, I think that should be the standard. You should be able to know. I shouldn't have to wait for some asshole to be able to call me. I should be able to just go online like I would, to check my license or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just stupid. It's an easy thing to do, and this all goes into the records anyway. So whatever. But yeah, this is what Republicans are out there doing right now. They are fighting to make sure that your vote doesn't count, even if you did vote.
Especially if you're troops, because, yeah, all that love for troops was only
so
when they thought of you as props.
exactly. No, so if you live in any of these places where there's concern or questions, you know, get up in the morning and make some phone calls. And if you have to, you know, put in a provisional ballot, then put in a provisional ballot. But yeah, I mean, get out there and get this shit fixed. It's crazy. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled Tuesday that mail-in votes do not count if they are contained in undated or incorrectly dated outer envelopes. Then supplemented that with a follow-up order on Saturday that specified the allowable date range for mail-in and absentee ballots. Ballots without properly dated envelopes have been the topic of litigation since mail-in voting was greatly expanded in Pennsylvania under a state law passed in 2019. Mail-in ballots must be received by 8 p.m. Tuesday. So at this point, officials are arguing people who have not done so to deliver them to elections offices or drop boxes by hand. The story has been corrected to say mail-in ballot. All right, so those are just the corrections, and you know, we obviously just read it as it is, so we don't need to read the corrections. But yeah, no, this is serious. The Republicans are out there and they're doing everything in their power to keep people from voting. Even if you might vote for them, they don't care. They don't care. They don't want you to vote because with Republicans, it's always the fewer people that vote, the better off for them. So fucking give them the middle finger, get out there and vote. You know, that's what I got. Do we want to talk about anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right. So on that note, we're going to call it a short night because we don't want to do the Eye of Argon without Boomer. So
Yeah, why the fuck did she get off easy?
yeah, I don't know when we're going to get around to doing that. And if I'd known earlier that Boomer wasn't going to do a show tonight, then Asshole and I would have watched the next Tremors and we would have done that for you. But because we weren't expecting, because I like to watch the movie the day that we're going to talk about it, that way it's fresher in our minds. Yeah. So you're going to have to wait on Tremors. But maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
But hey, the Fed is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. We got into Rookie Fed. Is it Rookie Fed? Is that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, or Rookie FBI, something like that.
Something.
But anyway, if you like The Rookie, you'll love their spin-off Rookie Fed or Rookie FBI. I don't remember exactly what it is at this moment of my life. But in any case, I think that's it for tonight. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, heart, follow, review. Smash that like button on YouTube. Go to BoomerRexTonight News Space on Facebook for fun memes and a link to our Patreon. Give us $1. You can find us on YouTube as BoomerX or check your favorite podcasting service for BoomerRexTonight. We can be found on over a dozen different platforms, including Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Samsung Podcasts. Hit us up on Twitter at BRexTonight. And if you Google BoomerRexTonight News Spaces, all links will lead you to us. We are still debating on staying on Twitter, so if you guys have opinions on that, don't forget to comment. Let us know what you think. All right, we love y'all. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for more BoomerRexTonight.
Bye, Internet.